Well, it's time to begin another season here in Wales, and this time it's another early start. We're in the Europa Conference first qualifying round, where we face a side from Moldova that, to be honest, I was pretty confident of beating when the draw came out. I've now looked at some of the real players they've got, and I'm a little bit concerned about this match. Yes, hello and welcome along to part 31 and season 4 of this FM26 Build a Nation story, a real rebuild with me, Daniel. We are back today to face FC Milsami, who are a Moldovan side with, well, a few good players and surprisingly good from when we looked at them a moment ago. The winner goes through to face Bromby, where of course the run for whichever one does progress will end, but it's a chance to make it 600 or 700 grand instead of 100, as we saw last time out. You can also see, as it just went past there, that Mold Alex have got their first ever Conference League game as well. They face a side with less real players and certainly less quality than us, so it looks like they may have been rewarded on their first visit. So what if they can get through for the nation? That could make one hell of a difference if they bring 500,000 into the club. We'll also keep an eye on TNS in Champions League qualifying, reflect on the one bit of transfer work we've managed to do so far, and an awful lot of the others that are pending as we look to improve the squad in the way we talked about in yesterday's review. So if you're looking forward to all of that, then please do chuck a thumbs up on it. We've got a new contract, but we've still got no coaching badge. We've still not been able to improve the facilities. This board is fighting back at spending any money. It almost feels like I'm talking to myself. The ultimate caution here. But let's go and have a look first at a little bit of transfer news, because it's been a quiet summer so far. We weren't able to get the players in early in the window we wanted. Most of them rejected us, so we were aiming for a goalkeeper. He's rejected us to go to TNS last week. We lost out on a couple of others that wanted massive money or have moved to English clubs. And we've got a few that are potentially on the way in, but not done yet. So if we go to our history, we have got one signing who is a loan player, and he's an important one that we'll get to in a minute for a specific reason. You can probably work it out. If we go back to last year, though, because a few things happen towards the end of the year, don't they? We've got a few senior players that have moved on from the club, and quite a few, actually. Mo Ali, the skipper, has decided to leave after 3 years. He was well over the hill in terms of a player. I just wanted to keep him on a sort of lower squad status as a mentoring group lead, but he didn't want to do that. Lewis Hunter, the backup keeper, is gone, but that has been mitigated by the fact that Spinelli has signed amateur terms as our number 2 again. Our director of football is actually trying to re-sign Kai Crow, which I found quite interesting too. Kieran Petrie is one we've known about for a year. No clubs come in for him yet. Haverfordwest did try to sign him, but he rejected them, wants to move to a bigger club. Back to the release players again. Matty Senior, homegrown at the club, would have been ideal for the Champions League and the Europa League squads, but unfortunately, he didn't want to stay with us, and in truth, probably not good enough either. Liam Muscat, another that was unhappy at the lack of football, another mentoring group lead that has left the club. And then Daniel Brony Phillips, who was out of contract and willing to stay, but he didn't fit into the squad, and that would have been the only reason we were keeping him. So we've let him move on, and he's going to look for a new club at the age of 22. Be interesting to see if any other Welsh clubs take a gamble on some of those players. If we go and have a look at the one that has been done, though, Akera Russon Hinley is a key signing, because not only does he replace Kieran Petrie as the 4th winger in the squad, he's 18 years of age, which means under 19s on the bench this season. We've got Hamza Ahmed, we've got Joe Ball, who is obviously a youth player, we've got Russon Hinley now. We've got options that are going to give us strength in depth, and he's very good at 3.5 star ability. He's actually rated better than Lafondra and Daly, very slightly. Very good crosser of the ball, good technique, traditional left-sided winger, and my sort of hope is here that he's going to be our Kawanda, if you like. He's going to start the cup games. Of course, he will have to be on the bench a lot in the league to fit the criteria, but I do hope that he's more of a Kawanda type who will just get to the byline and cross it in. He's not brilliant cutting in. He's not got great passing range. He's not brilliant off the ball. Just give him it, let him get to the byline, let him cross for the target man, and hopefully he will provide a lot of assists for Dan Creaney and for whoever's playing on the right, such as Richards this year. Now, the reason I've gone straight to here rather than our transfer activity is because we're starting to face some pressure, and that comes in the form of offers for our first team players. Both Jerome Richards, as you can see there, and Zach Brennan have received offers of varying amounts from non-league English clubs. Now, The one for Jerome Richards, I'm not worried about. He's got 2 years left on his contract. He's not at the moment pushing to go. He is wanted by just Farnborough, no other club. And he's a really good player. So we can keep him for another year, try and progress to the next level and then move him on. And the offer, what are we getting out of $3,000 when we're making at least 100 from this European tie? The Zach Brennan one is a little bit more difficult. Now, he no longer qualifies as an under-19, so we've not got to worry about that. But Western-super-Mare have offered 6,000 and a 40% profit sell-on, which at non-league English level, you're probably not going to make. But he's out of contract this year, and at the moment, if we go and have a look, he will not discuss new terms with us. He says the squad needs to be significantly improved, and whether it will or not is a very difficult question. The other side of that is he's our best midfielder by a country mile. He would be starting every week. And we've also got to bear in mind that, yes, it's $6,000 and a sell-on clause. But again, what is that to us? Is it almost better to lose him for free and have a go? But ultimately, we're only going to be in Europe for 3 or 4 weeks. If we get that offer again in a month, do we probably take it? I think the argument is maybe yes at this stage of the save. Certainly, if we can double it and get a 50% outright sell-on, it might be the right move for us to take. But be intrigued to see what you think. Let me know in the comments, because you've probably got until the next couple of episodes to give me the decision to make on that one. I'm thinking, let's get the qualifiers out the way. Then we'll focus on maybe if we need to sell 1 or 2. And again, will depend on the quality we can bring in. We've got a lot of staffing vacancies, which we mentioned in the last episode. We've replaced a couple of them, but we're not full yet. So we'll mention that in a later one when the job's been done. We did lose out on a goalkeeper to TNS. And if we go back to that transfer activity screen again, you can see we're trying to bring a lot of players in. There's 2 or 3 there that I'd really like to get. And if not, we'll continue to approach other targets. But I have found it harder this summer than before to find people. I'm getting a lot of weird scouting reports, and I know it's part of a glitch that's been acknowledged for like players for $100,000 from the Netherlands or Spain or whatever. But I need to improve more than 2 positions, so I can't really go and approach them because I'll only be able to sign 2 of them. I thought I'd bring you over to the shortlist quickly as well, because Corey Hollett is a player that we'd actually agreed to sign this summer. He's a really talented 18-year-old, I think released from Man United, if anyone. Unfortunately, he then picked up a hip injury and failed his medical. So we're going to keep going in for him until we can hopefully get him. He'll be a really good addition in holding midfield. We've looked at Liam Davis on loan from Barnsley, who we almost got in January. But again, it's about filling the under-19 quota and adding depth to the squad. And then Charlie Ibram, who we talked about in the last episode, he's now loan listed at Stoke. His wage appears to have gone down, either that or it's just more tightly measured. Unfortunately, Stoke won't let him come to a club of our level. Lots of players here. I've shortlisted a couple of the players that we were linked with from sort of Spain and the Netherlands to show you the quality. So Lars de Wit is one that's popped up a couple of times. Jaden Tammers at Adu Den Haag and Kai Kassan, who is a goalkeeper from Spain. They're the sorts of players we're getting linked with. So it's really interesting to see the players that are popping up. But that's more for the future. We're going to have a busy window as we go along. For now, it's just about trying to get through the first qualifier. And it looks like if we do, we won't be the only club again. Because if we go to the fixture schedule and have a look at our key rivals TNS, they have won 2-0 against Andorran side Santa Coloma in the first qualifying round of the Champions League. So as long as they don't have a big slip up away from home, looks like they might go to the next level. They also stole the goalkeeper we wanted to sign in Oscar Abbottson, who looks a pretty good young talent as well. So be interesting to see how he develops. Let's go and get through to our team selection. We are playing against FC Milsami. And I was a bit concerned to see that despite Moldova not having a playable league, they have got some very good players in their team, including one right back who's on $2,000 a week, who looks pretty strong from the Netherlands. They've also then got people like this centre-half, who's okay, better than what we've got. Another versatile Frenchman who is outstanding compared to us. And then even if you look at the other players in the squad, they're better than what we've got by a considerable distance. So it's going to come down to the greyed out players. And very similar to that Drita match at the start of last year. Can we have that bonkers first leg to give us a victory? I don't know. We've got a good team. We've got a settled team. They're the benefits. The new player, the lone one from Fleetwood, came after the registration for the squad, so he's not available today. We've got a lot of youngsters on the bench. Hamza Ahmed is back from loan. We've got Joe Ball, who came through the youth intake, forgot his first name for a minute there. And then Jack Scott is back from his loan away as well. But we're not talking about the same quality, are we? The 11 for today in full is mint up between the sticks. Calder and Stanley the fullbacks, with Fisher and Farke as centre-half. Dakin and Brennan the midfield two, with Richards and Lafondra out wide. And then Kieran Evans replacing, well, last year's qualifying hero in Mikey O'Neill, with Dan Creaney, who wasn't available this time last year, the star man up front, who maybe is the one at the level of their team. I am umming and ahhing with Calder about whether we consider playing a sort of fullback role, maybe playing a little bit more aggressively. I don't know if that will work in Europe. We're going to try it for this game. If it doesn't go well, improve his performance and ours, we'll go back immediately after. And sharpness, we've done better than last year, but Dan Creaney had a knock, missed the friendlies, so we're not in great nick. Hopefully, if needed, Seb Bolton can deliver today. But into the first game we go. FC Milsami, how will we get on in Europa Conference qualifying? Well, the difference today is the first leg at home. You can see those star players we looked at. 3 of the back 4. Carly in midfield on the left-hand side, and then Romans as well. They've got some really good players. I really hope that the other 5 are awful, but that's unlikely, given that Nick Anderton has highlighted one of the greyed-out players to be closed down today. They've not got a full bench, but to be honest, if we didn't have 4 youth players in, and Kawanda, who's an emergency scout, we'd be in the same boat. You can see Spinelli's now the sub-keeper. You can see most of the other familiar players are there. So let's just see how we go. The pressure is all on them, so we must be massive underdogs. This is not like last year, is it? This is a very good side. So let's see if we can compete. Melvin Minter, I need you to make the difference. We've missed out on loads of transfer targets that could have helped us this time. So as it is, we go in as we were last year, and we hope for an absolute miracle. Into the first half, at home to FC Milsami. What can we do? 4-2-3-1 for our team. What formation have they set up? They suggested 4-3-3, and it is. Their star man's in holding midfield. They've got quality everywhere. I'm genuinely worried about this. Won't get tired of seeing these European graphics in Welsh football, though. Lovely stuff. Into the first half. The UEFA Conference League first round of qualifying. We won it last year against all the odds. Can we do it this time? And more importantly, what will Mold Alex do on their debut? We'll keep an eye on that. We're going for the kickoff, and we hope it will just be the 10 seconds. We really struggled with the home leg last year. Let's see what Mold Alex are doing. 0-0 for them. And so far, the same score for us. Well, big news. We're 20 minutes gone. There is nothing happening in our game. We're offering no attacking threat. But Mold Alex are 1-0 up. Mold Alex are winning. We've now picked up an injury to Richards. Is that one of those I'm moving on injuries? Because we've not got much other than Noah Daly on the bench. And he's natural on the left-hand side. And maybe a good job we signed a winger, as here they come on the break. Milsami looking to counter with Turkan down the right. And this is where Calder's been a bit more aggressive. He's been trying to be supported by Lafondra, who does well, but only clears it straight into danger a third of the way up the pitch. Long-range distance shot. It's over the bar. Minter was scrambling for that one. It's not been a good half an hour for us, but for Welsh football, it's turning into a very good week. Mold Alex winning, TNS have won. We might be the ones letting the nation down at this point. I'm going to get Richards to half-time. He is declining physically. And I think we'll have to go for Noah Daly, as Mold Alex have got a second. Oh my God, we're going to get overtaken by Mold Alex, aren't we? They almost beat us to the title in year 1. And now they're catching us quickly. That JD North in the first year must have been remarkable, as Minter gives it away, though Richards nicks it back. It's going to be his last contribution, you'd imagine. How injured are you, Jerome? Here he goes, flying through the pitch. Jerome Richards. Oh, up towards the top corner. Good save. Almost an incredible solo goal. And if he's injured, then, tell you what, the other boys have got to improve. I've got to decide which way round to play the wingers second half. Daly and Lafondra will be on. There's 1 minute added on. It's 0-0 here. I mean, the story is elsewhere, isn't it? Let's be honest. If you remember last year's qualifier, what did it finish? Was it 10-5 on aggregate? And here we are in a 0-0 draw that's been a bit of a boring one. I'm going to take Richards off, who's been our best attacking player, for Noah Daly. So let's just go with that for now. I feel we might need Mikey O'Neill to come and save us, as we've kicked it straight out from the kickoff. Dan Creaney has had no service. We've had no chance on goal. But then again, based on last year, if we can draw the home leg, we might be in good nick, because we were better on the road. I think what we're going to do, we've got to try and address the slide somehow. So let's go Mikey O'Neill as the number 10. Let's also take off, I can't do Lafondra really, there's nothing available. I'm going to bring off Dakin for Evans. We'll switch Brennan to what is supposed to be his best role. 25 minutes to go. It's 0-0 and we've been second best. We know they're a good side, but do I maybe just think we're in the tie? It's not such a bad thing. Calder's got a corner. If we can nick a 1-0 from a set piece, I'd be thrilled. And we might do just that. Michael Stanley up at the back post. I'll pretend I wasn't thinking about taking him off. Arrives there with the centre-half Barkey. And that's the good thing with Stanley, with Daly, etc. They're in positions where you don't normally have that physicality. And they're all 6 foot. They can all win a header. Look at that from Stanley. Up like a salmon. And into the corner. Now, for the first time ever, all 3 Welsh sides might win their first qualifying leg. And that would be remarkable. And Mold Alex still 2 up. Where are you, Mold Alex? They still are 2-0 up. With 15 to go here, we've got to make decisions. Stanley's got to throw on the right-hand side. I might take Creaney off in a minute. Throws into Daly. Stanley's knackered as well. As Daly into the box. Noah Daly! Straight at the goalkeeper. Good stuff, though. We're starting to create more. And maybe they're just opening up a little bit now. Could we maybe nick a second? Or am I being greedy? Should we just take a 1-0 if we can? Stanley at right back's knackered. I mean, he's got a week off after. Should I be that worried? I don't think I should. His natural fitness is fine. I'm going to take off, I think, Lafondra. And I'll just find whoever's best to bring on in that position. I can bring Parry as a number 10. Kiwanda on the left. Or I could go for Joe Ball, the youngster. And I can throw Seb Bolton up front. I think that's what we're going to do. I don't really want to mess with the defence, which is doing pretty well. I'm going to bring Ball on. We'll switch Daly to the left. And the youngster is getting his European debut. Not what I was expecting today. And won't happen a lot once we've got the 18-year-old registered for the squad. And hopefully that'll be for the second qualifying round if we can sneak through in this one. Evans out to Calder at left back. 10 to go. We are looking much more assured since the goal. As O'Neill tries to chase that, it's away as far as Daly. He's got 2 in the middle. You can see O'Neill busting a gut. Bolton's not even got in there. And Daly goes alone. Forces a very good save from the keeper. Corner kick. It's where the first came from. We're not going to get a chance at the second. Astana 9-0 up in theirs. Mold Alex still 2 up though. They are going to be the story of this save, aren't they? You can tell it from a mile off. What an incredible effort. Stoppage time to go. Can we both get a win and a clean sheet? Brennan up to O'Neill. Now Daly. Brennan again. Daly, go on, give us a second. Give us a second. Noah Daly cutting in, looking a real threat from the left. He's got Ball in support. He's got Stanley to his right. Stanley takes it off him. Chips it to the back post. Brennan's up. Away as far as Jack Evans. Noah Daly deflects in. Noah Daly has deserved that second half. The experience we added last year, he missed so much of the season through injury because even though it was only 2 or 3 months, it was in that spell we were playing twice a week. And he's just got us a second here. Did it actually take a deflection? It's a great ball from Evans. The experience in. No, it wasn't. It was a touch from the keeper. I mean, we do not deserve a 2-0 win out of this game. But we've been defensively solid. And late on, we've shown that extra initiative. It's been a nothing game. 0-0, 1-1, probably a fair result. But we'll take a 2-0 lead away to our opponents next week. We go to Moldova with the advantage. It's going to be difficult, but that's a great effort. Jerome Richards, how bad is the injury? And did Mold Alex hold on for 2-0? That's going to be another key question because they might get through as well. If not, though, it's 2-1. That could be a crucial goal to concede. But still a win for the Welsh coefficient and for them. And a crucial 2-0 victory for us. Jerome Richards is out for 1 to 2 days. We can live with that. Nearly 1,500 at Bellevue. We'll be back next week in Moldova to see if we can finish the job. Well, a week later, it's now usual service for TNS, who are through the first round of Champions League qualifying again. They repeated their 2-0 success in the second leg. And if we go and have a look at our transfer history, we finally got our second signing of the summer and our first permanent one. We missed out the first time due to failing a medical, but he's back on his way in light training now. And Corey Hollett joins the club as our 4th defensive midfielder, replacing what was Brony Phillips and several others previously last year. Hollett is a really good young player. Another one that's young enough to meet the criteria for under 19, so we can rotate who's on the bench each week. A bit worried about the aggression combined with the tackling because that may suggest a red card. But look at the natural fitness with the 2 games a week. Look at the determination, the work rate, the technique is good. The other stuff is solid enough. Yes, 5'6", not the best in the air, but I really like him as an overall player. Add some bite to our midfield. He's really good in both roles. This is after a hip injury where he's no doubt declined in the last 3 or 4 months. He's back in 3 weeks, so we probably won't see him immediately. For someone who I think for the domestic season this year and then for Europe next one could be brilliant. And hopefully, look, I'd really like Zach Brennan to stay beyond this year, but if he doesn't and these sorts of players aren't enough to tempt him, we've probably got a replacement in already. So Corey Hollett, a great addition to the team. Really happy to have him at the football club. Only 150 quid a week, but he's not going to be featuring tonight. It is all about FC Milsami and, to be fair, the story of the save mould, Alex. We're going to go with 10 of the same 11 that played last time out. I think you know the change I'm going to make. Noah Daly was a star off the bench. He is in for Kian Lafondra. We've got neither of the new signings registered, so it's exactly the same squad. Jerome Richards is fit and hopefully will last 90 this time. Zach Brennan didn't want to discuss terms with Western Supermare, which has really helped us out. But otherwise, it's the same team and the same squad. Well, for some reason, our visitors have got a much shorter bench today. They've got all of the 5 players that we'd seen before in there, as well as the one we were warned to close down. So not sure why they've got more unavailable. They have changed shape from 4-3-3 to a back 5, and I don't know what impact that will have. Maybe that's why we had more success on the road last year. I don't know. If we have a look at the team for today, it's exactly the same for us bar Noah Daly. Dan Creaney is a week fitter. He's a bit sharper. A few of the others getting there in terms of motivation and fitness too. Let's go and deliver in a second leg. Dan Creaney and Zach Brennan not reacting, nor Minter. Get a few of those inspired. Into it we go. 2-0 advantage thanks to that late Noah Daly goal. But we were outplayed for large parts of that first leg. And that worries me today against a very different setup from the home side. Is it going to cause us more problems or give us more space? I don't know. Well, half an hour almost on the clock. And so far, to be honest, it's so good. Despite being outplayed, we're still keeping in the game and they're not creating much. So they are flying down the right and those wing-backs getting into more aggressive positions. The number 10 is the player that we had to watch out for as well. So they've got everyone a bit higher up the pitch here. As that ball's in, Minter's dropped it. He's not done that since he joined the club, really. And he's picked today. It seems to happen in every European tie. Spinelli did it last time out as well, didn't he, last year? It's a good ball into the box, but it's pretty routine for the keeper. Under not much pressure. I don't know what he's doing. I do not know what he's doing. 1-0 down. The deficit is halved for the home side. And we have got worries because Mould Alex are now trailing on the night. We're trailing on the night. And it could get sticky for both of us here. And a lot of money could be leaving Welsh football. Well, 5 minutes to half time, and we've got tactical changes pending because we've been told to put Farkey tight on the centre forwards. I might cancel that in a minute, though. We've nicked it with Noah Daly. We know what he can do. He delivered in the first leg. He gets to the byline here. Crosses on. There's 3 in the box if he can find them. Noah Daly going in alone. Noah Daly shoots. Little bit greedy from him, but it almost came off. Corner kick. Good save by the keeper. And the first big chance we've had tonight. We've been second best throughout. But Calder's doing okay at left back in the new role. And at half time, look, no panic. We're still ahead on aggregate. But we're getting outplayed. We're getting closer to falling away here. And although I've been told to tell the lads to keep it up, I'm not sure that's the most convincing one. What we've got to hope, I guess, is that we can take this to the last 20 or 30 where they have to come at us. And then maybe we can catch them on the counter. That seemed to work against Rhyl last year, but we look under big pressure at the moment as Carly, edge of the box. Chance for them. If they get back on terms this early, we're in big trouble. Carly again. Soimu out wide. I mean, it's great that these sides are better, but it's painful to watch at the minute. It's certainly tense. On the right again. That's where the first goal came from. They're just shifting us from side to side. Here's Carly into the box. That's going to be it. Oh, just wide. Oh, we are living so dangerously. 1 gone in the second half. We're under big pressure again already. And here we are again. I don't even get a breather. We're watching them attack us relentlessly. Everyone's in our half apart from the goalkeeper. And we are just clinging on. It's a good shape. We're trying to cling on. But it doesn't look good, does it? That 3's causing us real trouble up there. 2 up front with a number 10 behind. The right wing back's flying forward again. Across the box is 2-2. Turkan being marked now by Farkey. It's not worked, has it? 2 goals from him today. What can I do with that number 10? I mean, we've got 2 holding midfielders there, but they're just sort of abandoning ship. They're not good enough, really. Well, Mould Alex are having quite the eventful evening. They are now 2-1 down on the night, which means it's 3-all on aggregate there, but they're having a go. We certainly aren't. We're just like sitting ducks at the minute. I think we're going to have to make substitutions. Rantala gets down the left towards the byline. There's 3 in the middle every time. We can't cope with it. He's unmarked again. What is the defence doing? Carly gets up and wins it. I don't know what more I can do. I don't want to match them up with a back 3. I think we're going to have to make attacking changes. Just try and force the game towards them. For some reason, it's not pausing. I can't pause the game. What's going on? I literally can't pause it. I'm completely stuck. I can't make a tactical change. I can't do anything. The game has completely crashed on me here. And I can make no adjustment to this setup. Now, that does seem a little bit unfair. This is the replay of the goal, isn't it? Why are we watching the replay again? Because that was about 5 minutes ago. I can't pause the game. I can't stop it. We're going to skip it. Right, I can get to the tactics now, but I still can't pause it. So with 20 to go, we're losing time all the time. We've got to be quick. O'Neill comes on in attacking midfield. Seb Bolton has got the chance to be a hero of a lifetime up front. Daly hasn't worked today, so we're going to bring on Lafondra. And then at the back, I don't know what else to do. Dakin will be replaced again by Evans. We've got one more sub. It's going to be Fisher or Farkey off. They've both been awful. I might bring Fissix on for Barkey. Fissix on for Farkey even. There we go. 5 changes made. Hopefully they'll go through. And with 15 minutes remaining, it feels like everything's against us at the moment. If we get to the final 10, I will go attacking. But we've got a goal kick with Minter. 1 goal here, and we're back in the tie. We'll be going to extra time. So let's not panic yet. As Calduck goes long over the top towards Bolton, who brings it down brilliantly. Out to the left-hand side to Lafondra. There's 2 arriving. Mikey O'Neill's on now. We know what he can do in Europe. Brennan delivers. Seb Bolton is there again. He's agreed to stay for 1 more year. And Seb Bolton, when it matters most, he's always going to be a hero in this save, isn't he? Oh, we've got to love Seb. I think in real life, released without playing after, released for not playing after about 10 games where he didn't do too well. In this save, he is the greatest of heroes. Out of nothing, the super sub does it. God, we love Seb Bolton. 10 to go now, and we are right back in it. Mold Alex, I can't even see their score now. They are 3-1 down on the night, but we're back in the tie. It's 3-3, though we're defending again. Straight back at the other end. Oh, it's off the line. Bissix does really well, but now we can break with Lafondra. We couldn't, could we? Kian Lafondra down the left. Support inside from Brennan. Across to Bolton, who's making his way forward. Great ball to Richards. He's turned provider. Just over. Seb Bolton's turned into Messi. I don't know what's going on. Incredible stuff from Seb Bolton. He's rolling back the years. Mold Alex, it looks like, are going out. And we may be going to extra time. God, this is tense. 3 minutes added on. Mold Alex falls short. We might yet. But there's 30 seconds to go. If ever there's a time to score, it's now. Calder with the throw-in. On the left-hand side. Why are you wasting time? We can't play 30 more. Calder to the left. Crosses. Richards is up. It's straight at the keeper. We're going to 30 more minutes, I think. I don't know if I fancy us here. I've got to be honest with you. The 3 minutes are up. Extra time in Moldova. Seb Bolton has kept us in Europe for now. Let's address the team. Keep going. Keep fighting. The right wing is where we're having a problem. Right back's not great either. I mean, Richard shouldn't be paying 120 here. Can we make the sub? We can. So Joe Ball, the youngster, is going to get a run out again. There is so much of me that wants to bring on Kawanda here. I'm not going to do it. On comes Ball, the youngster. We've got 30 minutes of extra time. Please, please let us nick this. What a night it would be as Brennan finds O'Neill. Evans in the centre circle just boots it away. We've only had 30% of the ball all night and we don't seem to want it now. Though we've got a corner. We saw in the first leg we can be so effective. Calder up, Bolton challenging. So away as far as Ball, the academy youngster. Gets to the byline, Joe Ball. Deflects back to Lafondra. Kian Lafondra's done it now as well. Do you know what? For all of the improvements we want to make to this team, for all of the additions, for all of the big upgrades, the 2 players who have saved us today, Kian Lafondra and Seb Bolton, 2 of the originals in the Europa Conference League here, combined with a youth academy prospect there, have, as it stands, got us going through in the Conference League. I'm pretty sure Mold Alex have gone out. But at the moment, we're going through by the skin of our teeth. And it is 2 of the original players, which makes it all the more remarkable. 15 minutes of extra time remaining. Can we hold on? And at what point do we go time wasting? We'll give it 5 or 10 more. Well, from the kickoff in the second half, we're getting warnings to close down those Rhyl players we looked at before. O'Neill just giving away tactical fouls. We'll take them all day now. But they've got a corner kick. And I just feel that the drama isn't over here. as Romans has got the corner into the front post. Stanley away. O'Neill can break. Tries to knock it past his man and he makes it. Finds Joe Ball, the youngster. Simple ball to Stanley. Really good play. Ball again. Cuts inside. It comes to nothing. I don't mind that. There's 10 minutes to go. I'm tempted to drop to cautious. I think we will in a few. We have had an impact in this game. The ball is out of the stadium. It's a throw on the right. I've not left it too late, have I? Short throw-in, delivered to the box. Do not drop one again, Minter. Oh, good save. I take it back. Good save, Melvin. He's made amends there. Corner kick to defend. I hate every second of this. There is so much tension. Romans into the back post. Minter comes. He holds this one. Legend. Recovers from his mistake. It's how you respond that matters, isn't it? Calder bowls out towards Lafondra on the left-hand side. I can barely speak at this point. Kian Lafondra gives it away. He almost wins us the game. Will he now give it away for us? On the right-hand side, we've got defending to do. Going to be another long start to the season, but you can't accuse me of a lack of drama here, can you? As Romans gets it on the left to Rantala. Don't do it. Don't do it. Calder heads away. Edge of the box. Another chance. We force them backwards. Lopano carries it forward. They're just camped in our half. O'Neill's nicked it though. Mikey O'Neill away. Go on, show what you can do in Europe. Drifts down the left-hand side. Bolton's in the middle. Mikey O'Neill to the byline. Bolton's in there. Seth Bolton, great save. Should have been game over. I still can't pause the game. I still cannot pause it. Something has gone very wrong. We're going to go cautious. We're going to throw the time wasting on. Where is it? Where's the time wasting? There it is. I'm in a rush now. Goalkeeper distribution speed. Slow it down. Let's confirm that. I know no idea why I can't pause the game. We're having to think quick. This is realistic now, isn't it? Lafondra's got the chance from the corner. Just give me another goal so I can breathe. Stanley is out on his feet. A few of the other defenders are struggling, but the goalkeeper's dropped it. And Neil Bissix, of all people, has headed in his first goal in Europe. Oh, magic. It's his first real goal. No way. Neil Bissix. He's been here for about 3 years. He joined halfway through the first season. And he has just got his first goal for the club. And he's headed that one away at the back stick as well. This is remarkable. We asked in the first leg, where's the drama? We normally get goals galore. Well, here it is. 3-3 on the night. 5-3 on aggregate. And it might be 5-4. Oh, this is tense, man. Talk about tension. Talk about drama. This is edgy estate stuff. The words are all over the place. You'll have to forgive me. There's 1 minute added on. Oh, how have we got through that? Seb Bolton, Kian Lafondra, Neil Bissix. You could not have given me any money to predict those 3 scorers at the start of this match. We go to extra time. We escape somehow. I mean, we're going out to Bromby next round, but this is so crucial. This is literally £500,000 difference. Mold Alex have narrowly gone out. It's a shame for them, but they win 1 leg, which is important. We had 33% of the ball. Apologies for the long episode, but I'm sure you'll forgive me. Bromby are our next opponents. I think we can say a very quick goodbye to this competition. That's the under-18s, but their senior team is remarkable. Lewis Binks, Villadson, players we've seen everywhere before. We'll deal with that in the next episode. For now, we need to lay down. We need to get some of these signings registered. And hopefully we can keep it respectable. But Bolton and Lafondra deliver again. Neil Bissix, what a time for your first goal for the football club. You are an incredible man. What a hero. What a team. We play Bromby next week. You know we're going to be back for it. We'll be going out, but I want to see how respectable we can keep it. A couple of new signings will make their debuts if you're looking forward to that. If you enjoyed that, I think we can call that end-to-end roller coaster ride. Please do chuck a thumbs up on it. What a way to start the new season. If you want to stay up to date with the rest of the week, see if TNS make the groups again, whether Mold Alex spend any of that new income, then please do subscribe and turn that notification bell on. Doesn't look like it's going to be any less dramatic this year, does it? All the playlists in the eye above, our news saved from Sunday, our guides and so much more. But I'll see you again tomorrow afternoon for Bromby in the Europa Conference League. What a night. What a win. I need to lie down. See you next time.